Ooh, I'm now live. So what could go wrong? I thought I'll do a video, the way you do. And then I realized I've got the washing machine on and the cooker on. And I thought, I can't be bothered taking them off, so never mind. And I'm also drinking this this is a store in Ireland. It's weird, this stuff. I was actually given this because the people who bought it didn't like it. So it's coconut water, and it really is just like water with the smidgest little hint of coconut. Yeah, it's really weird. It's kind of like somebody's put a little drop of coconut into water. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. I'm going to share my screen and see if this works. Share screen. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. All right, here we go. Yeah, so I was watching this. This is Michelle Lowe from Thing. Let's see if we can play this little bit and you can hear it.
I still think there's some useful points. Like I said, this is more of a discussion rather than, endorsing this particular study, but I think there is some really good findings. So just a little bit about the author's rationale for doing this. So veganism is a way of living, as we know, to seek to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, and any other purpose. That's
right. So that's the way that most people think about veganism, it seems, and we just see this over and over again. Where am I? Stop sharing screen. Okay, no idea if this is going to work, but never done this screeny malarkey before. So yeah, so that's not the definition of veganism. So this video is going to be entitled "Get the Definition Right." I'll turn my phone off as well. Everything's going to go wrong. I just know. So I'm going to share this screen again. What do I do? Oh no, not quite sure what to do here. All right, now, so the definition of veganism. So this is the definition of veganism now. Now, it used to be what Michelle just read out, but they've updated it to include the bit at the beginning that was missing and the bit at the end that was missing. So the first thing, veganism is a philosophy. Okay, that bit was always missed out, and a lot of activists don't include that. Veganism is a radical philosophy about justice for all folks, and luckily now we're back into this thing now where it's actually part of the Vegan Society definition. Also, it wasn't part of the key facts, but I've noticed that they've now put that there as well, so that's good. So veganism is a philosophy, because you know what it's like. If you go to a dictionary definition of veganism, it's all rubbish. I mean, look at this, a strict vegetarian who consumes no food such as meat, eggs, or dairy products that comes from animals. Yep, not very PC, that is it. So I just really wanted to say on this video, let's get the definition right. The Vegan Society have just updated the definition of veganism, and it talks about it being a philosophy. It's much more radical than a lot of modern day activists will have you believe. They tend to have a reducetarian view of veganism. I tend to favor the more radical view of veganism, and at least now we've got a bit more of the radicalism into the definition. Now that definition that I've shown you, even from the Vegan Society, is their 1979 to 1988 definition. A lot of people think it's something to do with Donald Watson. That's not true. And a lot of people think that it's been the definition forever, and that's not true. There is some definitions, or at least statements about veganism from the pioneers of the Vegan Society, which are much better than that. I mean, Donald Watson said in 1945 that veganism was about the opposition of the exploitation of sentient life, whether it's profitable to do so or not, which is much better. Leslie Cross said better things than this fairly kind of weak and washy kind of official definition that we've had. But at least now we can look at the full definition of veganism. So if you see this short one that Michelle read out from a research paper then be aware that it's not the definition of veganism. It's a reducetarian version. If you see this reducetarian version within the movement, I don't know, from the likes of AV perhaps, think about why they're giving you this slimmed down version of veganism. Why is it that they prefer this limited view of veganism rather than the expansive philosophical view, which is much more radical? Think about why they're doing that, because there is a story behind that, and that's an interesting one in itself. So since my spin cycle has started and I've still got loads of coconut water to consume, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say goodbye. So yeah, total chaos. So goodbye, Earthlings. See you later.